Thank you again, Uncle Josh. All right, here we go.
Welcome.
Yes, sir. Okay, I'm waiting. Okay, we about to go live right now. Here's a notification, and boom. And we are live. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to a very special edition of Off the Record on the People's Podcast this evening. We have the great guest that has helped take the People's Podcast to places it has never been able to go without you, Uncle Josh, and that is none other than Brother Joshua Farrakhan. First of all, assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
Yes, sir. This is an extreme honor. Thank you for coming by the People's Podcast again to give us some information as well as some inspiration. How has your day been going, sir?
Well, all praise to Allah. It's been going well.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent. And my sister Miriam says assalamu alaikum as well.
Like
Okay. Well,
return the greetings to the family.
yes, sir. Thank you, sir. I
You're
want to
welcome.
say that we're recapping those who have missed. Please go to the People's Podcast to see part 1, 2, 3, and 4 of Brother Joshua Farrakhan and his great information, his description, his transparency. You have helped heal a lot of people, Uncle Joshua. So we thank you for that, sir. Thank you very much.
You're
Um,
welcome.
the first question that we have for you today is dealing with Mother Claire Muhammad. There has been articles or people, my sister was telling me she read a book and it showed a personal side of her. Because on most of the pictures that I've seen, she's been very serious. And for someone who was around her, what was she like, Brother Joshua?
Well, I'm so thankful to Allah that I had the opportunity of meeting Mother Clara Muhammad. Um, it was because of her and her grandson Waleed, the communicator. I had the opportunity to meet the most honorable Elijah Muhammad.
Mm,
She was very kind, very open, very sincere and loving.
mm.
Reminds me a lot of my mother. Uh, that was when I first met her. The second time I was invited, the family was invited over for dinner at the most honorable Elijah Muhammad's home. And, my mother, her last minute instructions, eat everything on the plate.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the children were sitting at a different table, but we had a good view of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad in most of the table. Um, we could see and hear the conversation. But I don't like okra. And as hard as my father, as hard as my father worked, man, we all had brand new suits, man,
Mm,
and we
mm.
were clean and we was representing, and you just feel good when you got something new on,
Yes,
it
sir.
gives you this extra burst of energy
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
or pride. So came down to the okra, and I just said, I can't eat that okra, man. Slimy, man, please. Uh, so I was taking the okra and I was sticking it in my inside pocket of the jacket, brand new jacket, man. So Mother Clara, every so often would come check on the children to make sure everything was all right. And she said, "Brother, you spilled something on you." So I had this huge stain. I had a maroon polyester suit, and the whole left side of my suit had turned greasy and wet. Looked terrible. So she had asked me to get up from the table, and she said, "Oh, you got a beautiful suit on, brother. Let's clean that up. You don't want that to stain." So I was nervous because she asked me to go with her, and she took me to the bathroom and asked me to take off my jacket. So I passed her my jacket. Now I'm real nervous because she's got a towel and soap and water, and she's wiping my jacket, but she kept feeling this lump in my jacket. She said, "Well, brother, something's in here." And she looked, and there was okra, a whole pile of okra in my pocket, man.
Yes,
So
sir.
she said, "Oh, brother, if you didn't like okra, all you had to do was push it aside." And I said, "Yes, ma'am." And I was embarrassed that, I got busted, you know, wasting food at the messenger's table.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But she has always been an inspiration to the nation, the MGT, and especially my father and mother. She's a beautiful sister, and will always be in a exalted place in my life, and hopefully in the life of the nation forever.
Praise be to Allah. And thank everyone for watching, liking, sharing, and subscribing to the People's Podcast. Okay, my next question for you, sir, is Mother Tanetta. What was it like to be around her in your younger years as well as into your adult years?
Well, Netta was very, very special, very special. And when we were placed in a position, like my father, my, my mother, my siblings, Mother Tanetta's family, to rebuild the Nation of Islam, it's a very, very serious, serious post to be put on, because now you're taking something that was crushed to the earth, the truth that was crushed, and lifted. Now we're going out to lift it. So we were very serious, and we didn't have time to play. We were focused, and we did not allow things to get in our path to slow us down or to stop us. We were ready, to die and for what we believed
Praise be to
and
Allah.
believe. So Mother Tynetta, as well as my father, oh man, they're the corniest people in the world. You know, they're so serious. They got the weight of the world. The minister especially got the weight of the world, and Mother Tynetta is guiding the MGT, and very spiritual and musical. But oh man, give us a moment to sit down after a hard day's work, and we all in the same room, and they kind of trying to tell a joke. Most corniest jokes you could ever hear, man. And I mean, she would just ha 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 ha, ha. And I would start laughing because she was tickled to death, and the minister's the same way, tickled to death over a funny joke. And there's wisdom in it, but it was so corny.
Yes.
You know? And then there were times, Mother Tynetta, she embarrassed Rasul. I mean, I enjoyed seeing Mother Tynetta happy, and she was dancing on a table
Mhm.
in South Mountain. We were out picnicking, and we had horses. We went far out into the mountain, and we set up barbecue, and we had our at that time were boom boxes, and we were playing music. And Mother Tynetta was just, ah, ah, ah. and and Rasul was like, "Mother, get down, please get down." And she just thought it was so funny, but he took it so personal because we don't see them act like that,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
like people, when they see the minister in a jogging suit, they can walk right by him. Farrakhan, you're in a jogging suit? I mean, I've never seen you in a jogging suit. My God. And the documentary that allowed me to produce with the help of Brother Michael Amir and Jihad and Elijah and Jameh,
Yes, sir.
uh, the for introduction with the minister and Greg Fillingane in my documentary. He
Yes,
was
sir.
blown away because he went and put on a suit, and oh, Minister Farrakhan's coming, oh my God, and this is in the studio, music, and so he normally wore jeans, but now he had on a suit and the minister had on a jogging suit, and the man was blown away, you know. So people don't expect to hear the minister laugh or tell jokes because our lives are so serious. And what we're doing is so serious, yet danger, but yet rewarding. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So when Allah blesses us to make it through another day with no casualties, and we all made it back, we sit back and, you know, we thank Allah and then, the humor in us, especially my brother Lewis and Mustafa. Oh my God, he got so much wit and he's so funny.
Yes, sir.
But once we step out of that room, it's over. We got to focus on getting to the next day, through that night, and the strategy to get us into the future where we are today. I was just looking at pictures of Mother Tinetta and Bimini, and we were on a boat going over to an island, and we were going to a special spot that Dr. Martin Luther King would go and meditate, and
Mm,
it was in the water,
mm.
and it was like an Everglade, and then there's a statue of Dr. Martin Luther King there because that's where he went to find peace and push himself forward. The thing that destroys us, uh, I don't care who you are or what you believe, is ignorance. Ignorance.
Yes, sir.
Ig-
Yes, sir.
Ignorance is the downfall of everything. The more ignorance that we can alleviate out of our lives and the more focus we can get, the stronger and the quickest way to success is get rid of the ignorance. We think we out of slavery, because they talk about, oh, my mother and grandmother used to pick cotton, and cotton was the motor of the country at that time.
Yes, sir.
So if the Negroes, get some cotton and keep this country going. So how are they making all their money? And are we out of slavery?
Mm,
Or are we still being bombarded with ignorance? When we get up in the morning, we'll go to school or we'll go to work. But after that, you know, we get these stupid television shows and these dumb games that you would sit in front of it for hours and hours.
yes, sir.
And after so many days or weeks going by, I made it to the 39th level. Okay. But using all that skill that we have and the focus, because when we're determined to do something, we'll do it.
Yes, sir.
We
Yes, sir.
really will. We do everything else, but we don't take time to focus on us. The hell with the Xbox, PlayStation 2,
Yes, sir.
you know, stupid television shows and cartoons. We are in last place. And God saw fit to send us a messenger to alleviate. He said he didn't want us involved in sport and play and dance and music. And even though, I love music and I love dancing, uh, being in last place, we have to dedicate some time. We just got to take a break away from the BS.
Yes, sir.
You know, we need to break up in groups. And that's playing the Xbox is like picking cotton
Mm,
because you paid your hundreds of dollars for it,
mm,
got the master his money.
mm,
You come
mm,
home with a box.
Yes, sir.
You sit that box down, or you sit these games down, and you focus on this, but get up the next morning, you got to go give master his time at the job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So it's a modern day slave,
Mm.
you see? And we think we down because we spend $500, $1,000 on a pair of shoes, and we just giving all the money back to massa. We get the most expensive cars, the most biggest diamonds. But what we should be doing, see, catapulting you all into the future. The word of God is here. See, now the word of God is the base of everything. It should be the base of everything that we do.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now, if God is our foundation, then whatever we build on it's not going to fall. See, and we try to perfect getting to the 39th level in this game and that game, but it's all manipulating us from being who we are,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
taking us off the path. It's making us focus on bullshit instead of coming together in groups. I don't care if you're Muslim, Christian, Jew, I don't care. We need to break up in groups of maybe 10 and come together with our ideas and work on producing what is in you so we can we can buy a state, man. Let's if everybody who's watching this webcast said, okay, I was gonna buy a new PlayStation 2 disc game this week, or I was gonna buy a new shirt, I was looking at a watch, I was looking at whatever.
Yes, sir.
Instead of buying that this week, everybody send, let's say, $20. And everybody who's listening, and this group will be called the People's Podcast Group.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
They're supporting what is coming across on your show. Let's, I could prove my point. Let's take that money that we toss off and let's go find 10 acres or 20 acres of land that we can purchase and say we own through the show. Okay. Now, do we want to farm or do we want to put together a community? And wherever we find this 10 acres, let us at least do it once a week. If we could put $10 or $5 towards farmland for this group.
Yes, sir.
Now we break off to find what can we, this group, you break up in groups. We're going to come up with a number and we're going to push for the hell with ignorance. Let's build ourselves. Let's build our lives. Let's build a future for our families, our children. Because after I'm gone, shit, I don't know if I'm still gonna know that I was here. I'm
Yes.
gone. But those who are left behind knew that I was here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see? But I know I'm here now. So I want to put something for all of us in motion so that we can start owning. We can buy up so much if we just organize, come together. I don't care what your religion is. Shit. excuse me. when when it's time to wake up in the morning, we all take that breath in. I don't care who we are. We take that breath, we get up and we start our day.
Yes, sir.
I don't care who you say your God is. You can say he's Allah, Jah, you know, Jehovah, Jesus. You know, in one of the minister's songs that he sang with Damian Marley, you know, and these religions are from Abraham.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So he said, well, 4 and 3 make 7. Also 5 and 2.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes, sir.
4 and 3 looks different from 5 and 2, and 5 and 2 looks different from 6 and 1.
T.
But we all come together at 7. See? So we all are going to God. You call him what you want, but be right, be focused. Help bring the kingdom of heaven on earth. And that's not for just God to live in, that's for us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, if we eradicated our ignorance, we wouldn't have this black on black crime. We wouldn't be in poverty because we're so busy shucking and jiving and gaming and working for others. We need to come together and start focusing on projects for us. And we can look up and own cities.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Chinese, the Japanese, the Europeans, everybody comes into America. They buy the highways, the bridges, the toll booths, the skyscrapers, and we buying McDonald's. We buying Xboxes. We
Yes, sir.
buying, the latest sunglasses. Come on, man. We're like the ninth richest people in the world without a land. So when you look at all these other countries, and those people own that country, got their own government and systems and whatever. So you pick 9, and we come right in at 9, and all the rest of the countries in the world, we got more money than them, but we still the consumer.
Yes,
We still
sir.
dancing. We still, playing basketball. We focusing on BS
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
instead of utilizing some of that money that's coming in. And let's stop buying up this damn place. Come on, man. Let's get rid of the ignorance, man. All of us have a God sleeping, a sleeping giant
Yes,
inside.
sir.
And the more we watching movies and playing games and shooting pool and rolling dice, I'm not saying have no recreation, but damn, let us fast against that for a couple of years and just get focused on property, land, buildings, the things we need. I was looking at Amazon and all these other things that people talk about. This guy's the richest man in the world. You can get on Amazon, you can order anything. Well, damn, why can't we come together and open up a company called Plain Truth or
Yes, sir.
the right way or the right path, the right path.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
And in this company called the right path, we produce everything our people need. These people don't manufacture everything that they sell. They
That's right.
just get it in bulk. So we go out and we come together and pull our money together and we get it in bulk. And then we sell it to our people without that high margin of profit. And we are building a income for our nation, for our
Yes, sir.
people, not just the nation of Islam, just black people, period. Help us to come up. Why are we in last place? We don't have to be. We brilliant. But they'll take our brilliance and use it against us.
Yes, sir.
They'll take our gift and make us take something that God gave us and damn you, you know? I loved when Public Enemy used to rap and KRS-One because it was rap that builds you up, and you get up in the morning, man, you ready to go. You jumping around like Muhammad Ali, throwing your jab. I'm about, man, we gonna go out here and we gonna conquer today. Let's go find some property we're gonna get. You know,
Yes, sir.
let's buy this community. Rick Ross, same thing. You
Yes,
know,
sir.
so let us get these groups together and you structure it and y'all put down a goal. It don't have to be nothing big, but 10 acres by everybody that's watching. Send $10, $20 and we talk about what was raised and then we come up and show them what land we're going to purchase. And then we go back and see what we want to do with the land because we're going to keep buying it. And then we start building.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And then you don't have to, if you want your children to play games and listen to music, don't let them get the foolish filth. Let us stop creating games that they can enjoy so much, but learning at the same time
Yes, sir.
and keeping us focused and keeping the ignorance out. Because the more ignorant we are, the less light is shining in our head, and the more mistakes we're going to make, and the less we'll do. So the more we get focused, the brighter we get, and the more of God starts bursting out. And then there ain't no stopping us now.
Oh, boy.
You know, let's pull it together and get focused. Let's get some land. Let's make that a goal to do. Everybody who's listening.
Beautiful. Praise be to Allah. And thank you again. So many people are giving you love on the comments and saying good teaching, excellent, sir. Great idea. Let's make it happen. And thank you, sir, for pushing that to the forefront of our brain. Okay. Yes, sir. Also, a lot of us in the nation who may have not known about Mother Claire and the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad's family, we know Worth Dean, Imam Worth Dean, as he in his older years, but you knew him when you were younger. Could you tell us something about him, some interaction with him that maybe we don't know about?
Well, I really did not spend a lot of time with the Imam. I grew up more with his brother's children and his
Mm,
children,
mm.
and you got some beautiful children. But Imam was a beautiful man.
Mm.
I think a lot for him, you know. Uh, he liked boxing. He
Okay.
could fight. He would get up in the ring, man, and he would go for it. And you
Mm.
see him come out at you like a Mike Tyson. But I did not have the opportunity to sit with him and talk with him all the time. You know, it was very brief because at that time he was uh, setting up the nation the way he wanted. And so there was a lot of weight on him and a
Yes, sir.
lot of work. So give him the greetings and we go in the back and hang out with the kids, and admire him and his beauty and the blood of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad. We don't know what they've been through. I do somewhat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
We going through it, you know. Just please don't ever try to call yourself judging Muhammad family or the Farrakhan family. Y'all have no idea of the pain and the suffering that we've been through. The sacrifices are phenomenal,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and they're painful and they're rewarding. But you have these people who want to call you a hypocrite, want to call me, kiss my, you know. I was hip enough to wait for my father when he was pulling up, hip enough to come up with the idea of the tape department and timing what must be done and other things that we've accomplished. I was hip.
Yes,
So
sir.
what? A ponytail. I grew up. I snuck and smoked cigarettes and drank and all that, and that goes back to the ignorance. See, you all don't have to make those mistakes anymore,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but we're doing it because in my path of walking out there, I've seen so many Muslim Muhammad University children with a blunt and drinking, but you're having that war within yourself, trying to do what's right, but you want to be cool and you want to find a way to relieve yourself after a hard day's work. But one part said, man, go get a shot. Another part said, go get a blunt. And another one said, go read the Quran. Go build something. Go think. Come up with something that could occupy your time, that could keep you healthy. Come up with cures. I mean,
Yes, sir.
put your mind to work, man. All of you, put your minds to work. We don't have time for the foolishness anymore. We got this COVID here, and we got more coming. But if we pull ourselves together and focus on what we can do in this dark hour that's going to get darker so that we can survive and we can maintain. Man, I couldn't find no damn toilet paper.
Mm, mm.
There was no cleansing soap. All the damn shelves were empty. But everybody didn't know what the messages said about this time coming.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see, everybody did not know to store food. Thailand. We have fulfillment of the Bible. We're walking right in it,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you see? And walking with the minister is walking with the fulfillment of the Bible along with us,
Allahu Akbar.
you know? He's out front and he is our giant. He is truth in the man's flesh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So the messenger say, you just keep taking truth and you knock out the lies and falsehood. You just move it out the way because the truth moves lies. And that's why he's so dangerous because they built their system on lies.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so now we're walking with this guy, this man of God. You know, when we started the Nation of Islam, it was just my family, Messenger's family. Few believers were scattered across the country, but yet they didn't know what was taking place. But as Allah blessed us to move about, the word would get out. Farrakhan's coming to say something. Let's go see what he's talking about. And as he would give his heartfelt words from God and what he believes that we should do, some heads pop up. Man, I'm with you, brother. I mean, we were waiting on on you to get up. We knew it wouldn't take forever.
Yes, sir.
Damn, it's good to have you back, brother. I'm with you. Now, the foundation is laid. It's up to me, you, and those listening in the audience to build on that foundation. Not an Xbox, not a party, you know.
Yes, sir.
Damn, everybody else got something to tip us. Let's build. Let's say it's ours. Let's own, produce.
Yes, sir.
See? And all of us got that collectively. But send your ideas in after we get this land. If y'all think we should get more than start off with more than 10 acres, then send in more money. And the money, the first wave of money will come in for land. And if we found land and we didn't reach our goal, then the second wave will come.
Yes, sir.
But yet you would be given a progress report to the community. Then from that, we find out what we want to put on it. We take a census. Do we want farmland, or depending on how much we got it, do we want to build a beautiful community? Or do we want to build a factory so we can have the right path products,
Yes,
no
sir.
matter
Yes,
what
sir.
it is? You know, we could put our factory, our warehouse on that property, set up a mailing system, and put our community the hell with Amazon. Let's go to the right path. It's $20 cheaper for the same product,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but you're supporting your own and allowing us to build more, to do more. Then we can get into theater, we can get into arts, and we can just make us eradicate that damn ignorance. Build the minds, build the hearts, the focus, so we can produce what we need in the future for our children. But I want to see some of that before I go. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
I
sir.
want
Yes,
to
sir.
see it on. I want to see this show that Allah has blessed you to produce be a thorn in the back of our enemy.
Yes, sir.
Because
Yes, sir.
now we got all this property over here. We own all of this. And we go back and we're building the community. And we're not just going to keep it in Atlanta. Then let's go to Detroit. Let's go, Florida. Let's buy up this damn country. And then all the black little shows, we get them to catch on.
Yes, sir.
Let's stop buying this place, man.
Yes, sir.
And use the genius of our people. I mean, we got it, but they keep us focused on game, sport, and play, and not on that kingdom that lies within each and every one of us has something to contribute to the upliftment and bringing the kingdom of heaven on earth. Let's do it. I love y'all, man, to have something. I hate that we in last place, but yet first,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
because we got God on our side. And he said the the head, the tail would be where the head is, and the head would be where the tail is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You see, that's me and you. We in last place. Let's get to the head. So if we start put this in motion, we will start moving up. And we got time now. We don't have no more excuses. COVID done shut down everything, and it's getting worse.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
our funds and let's put it together and let's get this land. So when the pandemic is over with and this wrath of God that comes through, the chastisement, shit, we don't own half of Georgia. Everybody else is going out of business. We opening up business.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's serious. It's our time.
Oh,
We don't waste time. Get- Let's move.
excellent. Yes, sir. And Uncle Josh, you're getting a lot of comments, a lot of people showing you love. Thank you all for watching the People's Podcast. Um, your friend from MUI, Brother Raphael, sends the greetings to both of us in the comments and a lot of other people as well. But yes, sir. But speaking of business, Uncle Josh, I want to make sure that I give a special shout out to the sponsors of this month's episode of the People's Podcast. If you all would like to be a sponsor or a donor, please cash app the People's Podcast. We greatly appreciate it. We want to keep giving great content like the show that we have today. Earlier, we're doing our best. My brother Rashad, Street Premiere Media Production. He has a 4K camera, a drone. He's working on television and film editing, and they're working on a special project as we speak. My sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, children's book and coloring book, both of which are on Amazon right now. You can shop until we get our own shopping thing going on. My sister Naima, Stay on Point Dance Academy LLC. She teaches ballet virtually to young girls all across the country. We love our tiny dancers. Nations Auto Sale LLC out of St. Louis, Missouri, selling the cars and the trucks in the Midwest. Thank you very much, sir. MTS Car Bros, any make, any model, any year. Thank you very much. They're out of Los Angeles and they can get the car or truck to you for 30 to 50% off. Thank you very much. Raising Black Millionaires, Sister Tia Muhammad. She teaches economic empowerment and development through flashcards to young children. Brother Kenneth Muhammad, bow tie maker extraordinaire. He'll ship bow ties to you all across the country. Also, the Detroit Mecca Project, Brother Kamal Muhammad, in Detroit, and out of Chicago, but in Detroit, they're working on exactly what Brother Joshua was talking about, getting our own communities and making them a safe and decent place to live. Brother Chantel X, the X and Express, he pays the truck drivers weekly, and he specializes in refrigeration. Thank you very much. The Real Hip Hop Network, they have their own platform. If you can get paid based off the streams. If you have talent, music, sports, whatever it is, reach out to the Real Hip Hop Network and let's support our own platforms. Brother Jabbar Muhammad, Client First Construction, Painting, Carpentry, Flooring, Plumbing, etc., out of the Chicago area and the Memphis, Tennessee area. Brother, Sister Landra El Muhammad has a new book called Mastery of the Seven Units, A Sister's Pathway to Do for Self. Stop talking about the teachings and be the teachings. Also, Dr. Henry M. Carter, King Henry's Turkey Legs, right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Make sure you go stop by and get some turkey legs. Brother Rashad Muhammad, COVID-19 disinfecting cleaning service in Chicago. If you need something clean, reach out to him. My father's book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, at abdulsharif.com. And last but not least, my two books, Cleopatra, which is a children's book, and No Father, No Excuse, both of which are on Amazon. Thank you very much. We're coming right back to Brother Joshua now, as soon as he comes. Thank everybody for watching the People's Podcast Part 5 today. If you have any questions for Brother Joshua Farrakhan, please put them in the comment section so we can make sure that we get to those questions right away. Boom. And thank you, Sister Loving, for always showing love in the comment section as well. I'm waiting. We're waiting on Brother Joshua, and as we await him, we have some great guests coming up next week as well. Talent Tuesday. If you know anybody who sings or performs, let us know. Waiting on Brother Joshua. All right. Saturdays at 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Sundays at 3 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. is where we're doing you can catch us here on the People's Podcast and Off the Record. Yes, sir. You ready, Uncle Josh?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
You're welcome.
Yes, sir. The next question I wanted to ask you is about Minister Jabril. We know through his writings how important he was to getting the Most High Missiles Farrakhan to accept his mission again. What has been your interactions with him?
Well, me and Brother Jabril, I lived in Arizona for a while, and he's a beautiful brother, a deep brother. You know, another one who's corny. You know, when he tell the jokes, you know, the jokes is coming from people that are 20, 30 years older than us. You know, this ain't hitting it, but it's all right. But he loved photography.
Mm, mm.
He loved catching images, and he loved to see the progress and the growth and development of the minister and the nation as we move forward.
Mm, mm.
And you know, I used to, run, try to race my father, and he was a track star, and I'll be hitting it as hard as I could, and he just glide right by me, you know. Uh, and- but he always was dedicated to the work, you know. The only thing you ever really see him watching on TV is the news, and he loved boxing,
Mm, mm.
loved boxing, and a few other things. But most of his time was dealing with us. How can he help bring the kingdom of heaven on earth quicker? Less lives lost,
Yes, sir.
less money thrown away, less grief, less filth, you know? Just a beautiful place. And I can see it for us, man, where we don't have to worry about our children getting killed or ODing, you know, getting robbed and raped and all that crap,
Yes,
you
sir.
know? And we have the duty to pick up that banner, man. Let's move. We got our drilling instructions, we got our moving instructions, and we know we need it because we don't got nothing else. We don't own nothing. We're not producing nothing. Shit. We got to go to work.
Yes,
And
sir.
you all and us together, let's keep moving. Let's do this, man.
Allahu Akbar.
Please, for our sake.
Yes, sir. Okay, beautiful, Uncle Josh. My sister Naima asked me earlier. She said, "Could I ask you about any interactions that you ever had with my mother? Did you know her, and if so, how was that?"
Yes, I know your mother very, very well. She was the feminine expression of your father.
Mm,
Your father is a very brilliant and powerful, powerful man. He is a doer. He is a producer.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, you give him a job, he's gonna fulfill it. The same with your mother. She always had the beautiful smile. You know, always pleasant, but she was a warrior.
Allahu Akbar.
She traveled with us a little bit, and
Yes,
and
sir.
the places that she was at was locked down. Bang! You know, we had Sharif and Sharifa. And ain't nothing getting by my beautiful sister.
Yes,
But
sir.
like you said, when you see me, sometimes I get into my room after getting uh, the detail and the minister and all of us making it safe to our hotel or back to our city. We sit back and we thank Allah, and like I said, we can smile and have one or two jokes. Some you laugh at, the other ones you just. But you turn on that switch
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
when it's time to be God fearing and no play, no foolishness, focused on our job. And so your mother was always on her post. And may
Praise
Allah continue to bless her seed, her offspring, because you all are making an impact on the world
praise Allah.
because of Mama and her training. and she put it in y'all. Look what you're doing. Look what your sister's doing. Look what your brother's doing. None of us are perfect,
Yes, sir.
but we can take off that imperfect suit. We might lose a button. We can put on something with just a little part coming, but not with your pants busted out and your
Yes,
butt
sir.
is showing. And
Yes, sir.
you
Yes,
know,
sir.
let's work more and more on focus. Get rid of the ignorance and tighten up.
Yes, sir.
Tighten up. We don't need all the foolishness that we've come accustomed to and that we look forward to every day. Let's look forward to some farmland. Let's look forward to skyscrapers, look apartment complexes, supermarkets.
Yes, sir.
Come on, let's do it. I
Praise.
love your mother, and I pray Allah that anyone who has lost their mother or father, that they know that whatever happened to take them away from us, they left enough in you because they don't want to see a failure. They want you to go into the future and for her name's sake and his name's sake, make our parents proud. So where our great grandchildren will be talking about them long after we're gone,
Allahu
because
Akbar.
they'll be standing on the foundation that your mother and your father helped build to put us here.
Allahu Akbar. Yes, sir. Excellent. And thank you very much, Uncle Josh, for that answer. Thank you, Naima, for the question. Um, how has being a grandfather impacted you, sir?
Well, you see this gray hair. It didn't get so bad to where I lost my hair. But being a grandparent is awesome
Mm, mm, mm.
because I've made several mistakes raising my children. I'm far from perfect. And, you know, people would say, man, you're the minister's son and you did this and you did that. And yeah, I did. Hey, it's me. It's Josh. I'm developing,
Yes, sir.
you know. I look at a moth, you know, and I would go out on the beach at night, have a barn fire, and
Mm.
these big, beautiful moths, man, just come on in. Start circling the fire. They all next to that light,
Yes, sir. Yes,
but
sir.
they get drawn into the light. They don't know when to pull back and maintain a pattern.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
See, we right into the light. The light wakes us up in the morning. We praying with him. We sit down and to get coffee and toast, and he is guiding every word. It's just light,
Yes, sir.
light.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I must have burned up a couple times. I lost the power. I just kept going into the light, Rapping, zit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they go out there smoking, and they go at the bar.
Yes, sir.
Because the pressure, the light, and I mean, once he took that on himself, he put it on his family too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So we're in a fish tank. People talk about us, some good, some bad. I don't give a damn, to be honest, because it's me and it's my family, and all praises due to Allah. Allah has given me my siblings and my father and mother. Because of them, we have a nation again.
Allahu Akbar.
And I have looked at my life, and it's one of the most beautiful lives that anyone could ever ask for,
Yes, sir.
man. You know, I mean, one day I'm gonna just shoot you pictures, man. I met everybody. It seemed like
Yes, sir.
pictures with the greatest people that impact the world
Yes, sir.
because
Yes, sir.
of the teachings of the most honorable Elijah Muhammad delivered through my father. The people want to be next to him. They want to hear him.
Yes, sir.
You're his son. Go forward. I'm on private jets with living room, dining rooms, and queen size beds and showers and movie theaters, and we're flying all around the world trying to spread the teachings
Praise be to Allah.
of Honorable Elijah Muhammad. And so you could see me with Michael Jackson living, you could see me with Jim Brown, you can see me with Steven Seagal, Eddie Murphy,
Yes, sir.
Will Smith, John Travolta, Wesley Snipes. I mean, Most Def,
Yes,
you
sir.
know, uh, the 4th of July, you had Two Chains and Ti.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Everybody. Come on, man. And they always open the door for me. The Jacksons, were pissed when I used to come to California and go to Jim's house. I said, man, you could come stay in this $1 million penthouse, and you can you got all these motorcycles and cars, and just take anyone, but don't take my Mustang. Take the Rolls Royce. You can take the motorcycles, the
Yes, sir.
Ferraris, but don't take my Mustang. Leave the Mustang alone.
Yes, sir.
Um, so these blessings and these opportunities that Allah has blessed me with through Him, and because of the love for Him, He don't know how far it's reached and who is there and who loves Him.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm all in the grass. I'm rolling. I'm at the beach. I'm on the yachts. I'm just talking and making friends, and they asking questions, and I'm answering them, from my limited knowledge. And it opened another door,
Allahu
open
Akbar.
another door, and another door. But when these people become friends of the most honorable Louis Farrakhan, they become friends of you,
Yes, sir.
because you are in the nation that he represents. And if we're walking in his footsteps, do as you see me do. Now, I'm telling you what to do. Get to stepping. I've done it on this level. Now, y'all take it to the next level.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And I'll sit back and watch you build it. But I'm going to guide you with the help of Allah. See, we got the man, and he's for all people. He's for the earth. But he came to us first. We
Yes,
in last place. You just want to put a little pepper and a little fire to our butts and get
yes,
us
sir.
back
Yes, sir.
where we belong. But I love that I am his son. It's hard. It's painful at times, suffering, but then there's joy.
Allahu Akbar. Yes, sir.
So may Allah continue to bless the Muhammad and Farrakhan family and the Nation of Islam and those who want to do right, period. And 4 and 3 7, also 5 and 2.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Let's bring it together.
Let's bring it together. Praise be to Allah. And you're getting so much love in the comments, and so many people asking questions. Well, Uncle Josh, speaking of living in a fishbowl, a question that the most often question I get asked in comments, texts, emails, when it concerns you, is some of your love life and how the Most High Louis Farrakhan handled that and how you're still with him. Can you go into that a little bit?
Well, of course, man. Look, man, I am one who I did it my way. Huh. Shit, I mean, straight up, I did it my way.
Yes, sir.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
I I donated my whole life to the nation, but there were little commercial breaks. But during that commercial break, I cut up and act a fool. And if I'm out there drinking and smoking, and because of whatever weight is Bob, you know, holding me down, or got me acting other than myself,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you know, it's a lesson, But God sends angels
Yes,
around
sir.
you, people around you. It don't matter, black, white, when your house is burning down and your ass is catching a fire and a white man is at the top of the ladder saying, come on. You ain't saying, no, you devil. I'll wait for Allah. Or he tell you that Allah sent him
Yes, sir.
because I'm here to get you. I'm here to save your life. So it's just I was in a bad place. And when I got with my wife, she was in a bad place. Her father had just passed. And I was getting high, hanging out. I was already, you know, uh, out the nation, so to speak. Never out of it, but,
Yes, sir.
I didn't mingle with the brothers because, I was messed up. I didn't hang out, with the brothers to go sell papers or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I get ready to come out the bar, man, and I see a brother. Final call. Dang. Let me slip back up in here and get another shot. Maybe he'll be gone by the time I finish this one. Yeah. But
Yes, sir.
she helped me to focus and helped me to see an aspect of white life. You know, those people study.
Yes, sir.
You know, you don't see them. She knew more about Michigan, and I've been living in Michigan for 10 years and flying in and out working. He was there for 2 years and knew everything that was happening in the whole town and next town over. And I'm driving and I'm on a main street. And she said, "Well, wait, go down this street." I was like, "Well, go down here for what?" She said, "It's a shortcut. You just go." How do you know this? I just read all the papers, everything that comes around. I find out what's going on around me. And you get on a plane, every last one of them got a paper out or a book or a computer, and they're always thinking, getting
Yes, sir.
ahead,
Yes, sir.
progress. But she helped me a great deal. I got a beautiful daughter by her, and she and I are very close, but we're not together. You know, I'm looking for a beautiful Muslim wife, but I don't care what color she is.
Yes, sir. Yes,
As
sir.
long as her heart is beautiful and she wants to do what's right and she wants to help us in this work of resurrecting dead and bringing justice and peace on this land, it's all right with me.
Yes, sir.
But
Now,
I'm going. I'm going for whatever Allah bless me with.
praise be to Allah.
So,
Yes, sir.
sisters, just kidding.
That other guy had a question.
Yes.
I've never introduced my father to any body who I was dating or courting or talking to like that because it's always strict. So if I wasn't gonna marry him, I just never brought him around because it can be awkward. But you and your father, how was that an awkward conversation for you to come to the minister and say, "Man, Dad, this is who I'm with"?
Oh hell yeah. Awkward. The minister got darker without being in going to Phoenix and get a tan. What? You did what, son? My mother, same way.
Mm.
My sisters, bubbles. All right, hold on. She wanted to say hi to you all.
Yes, sir.
All right, come on, let's go. She wants a treat. I gotta fake one out so I can get her.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I love animals.
Yes, sir.
Excuse me 1 second, family.
Yes, sir. I'll hold it down while you go. Yes, sir. And I want to that's what I said, only brother Josh. I want to just thank everybody in the comments who constantly can Sister Aisha out of Phoenix, Minister Aisha. Shout out to Sister Love It. Shout out to everybody who watches the People Podcast consistently. If you all have any suggestions of guests and topics, please let me know. Shout out to my sisters Mimi and Naima, who are always the first people to say send me love and then the greetings to the people in the audience. We're in the middle of a conversation of Brother Joshua, telling the minister for the first time. Okay, boom, and he's right back. Okay, yes, sir. So you go and you tell your parents, and then what happens after that?
Well, they were, man, they they couldn't believe it after all they did to our people and all that we've been through. And oh, I had to hear it all the only. So I moved. I moved out of the area and I moved downstate Illinois
Mm,
to Decatur.
mm,
And she and I lived down there with my daughter, and the minister, didn't see me for a while. So 3, 4, 5 months went by and called me up, son, I want you to come up. I want to have dinner with
mm.
you. And I come back and I'm glowing. I look good. I sound good. I cleaned up my life. And he's like, damn.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir.
He says, boy, son, this is a trial for me, but damn, Allah's God.
Allah's
But
God.
I got my son back.
Allahu Akbar.
Alhamdulillah.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful. Yes, sir. That's amazing to hear, Brother Joshua. Amazing to hear. And man, it's just amazing. And after, was there anybody you weren't nervous about telling?
Man, nope. Imagine me coming to Savior's Day with my white wife and my daughter.
Yes, sir.
And then you can hear them murmuring.
Yes, sir.
And then some say it's not their will, it's God's will,
Mm,
whatever Allah permits. But the
mm.
brother has had a great sacrifice and done great work for the nation and continues to do great work for the
That's
nation.
right. That's right. That's right.
You know? But I got used to the daggers, man. You know what I'm saying? When I came in, and I wore my earrings and then I'm wearing a ponytail or, you know, I didn't care. After, the brother is a drug addict. The brother, he drinks and he parties and yeah, I did all of it. So here I am.
Allahu Akbar.
So with all them stabbings and everybody with their self-righteous butt, I got used to it, So, like the minister, he's a bigot, he's a anti-Semite, he's a
Yes, sir.
hater, he's this and that. And to be denounced by people that he worked close with,
Yes,
but
sir.
a little pressure from the Jews and, taking their money back out the pockets of the people that they supported who were black, which we should have been supporting our damn self anyway. But if we put these programs that we come up with into motion, we can free our people, and we don't have to worry about denouncing the minister because one day, as Allah is my witness, every head will bend and every he will bow.
Allahu Akbar. Yes,
That's
sir.
what, I've seen the minister develop into the man that he is, into the God-like man,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you know? Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay, I have a question. Speaking of that, and the Most High was Farrakhan developing and right before your eyes. There was a time where the minister would come to Atlanta and he was dealing with battling health issues. He'd be in a wheelchair. He just seemed to be in pain, and I see him keep pushing. But he's a spiritual father, but he's not my father. You know what I'm
I,
saying? And you being the son, when you see that and you see him keep pushing, does that build your faith, or does that make you more worried about him?
well, it builds my faith, but it beckons me to to edge you all on because he ain't gonna be with us forever. Neither am I. But he's put so much out in the world for the
Yes, sir.
world to be revived.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, and to see him going through his physical trial of health and see him in so much pain, that you hear him crying out to Allah for help. I'm downstairs, just tears coming out my eyes. We don't know where we're going to take him because they're going to try to kill him. And he's bleeding from the inside. Uh, Personal things, he's mentioned it before, but things you would never believe physically that he went through. And in his dying breath, he was thanking Allah for the pain. I'm like, damn, what kind of man are you? Giving you just the experience to know that no matter what happens to me, my guts are on fire. I'm pissing blood. His insides melted. And he's thanking Allah for the pain because he is not going to waver.
Allahu Akbar.
He is going to keep his hand in Allah's hand and his faith and his belief in Allah.
Yes,
So
sir.
if this is what you want me to go through, come on, bring it on. But I'll never turn on you ever.
Allahu Akbar.
I
Yes,
went
sir.
to sleep once, but never again. Never again. We got
Praise
a
be to Allah.
champion. Man. I never seen him make excuses why he couldn't do something. His word is bond to Allah.
Allahu
He did say he was going to give me some money.
Akbar. Yes, sir.
He never make excuses, man. He run me down, man. I was the chief of his security, and I'd be up before him, and I put him to bed so I think. And he's exhausted at the dinner table. But as he's laying in bed, twisting the end of the pillow, that's one of his little habits. And he's watching this program to fall asleep on it. And so I said, okay, it's good. I go into my room. I excuse the brothers, relieve them, and say, those that I keep with me, I do. And okay, he's down. All right, man. Order a pizza. We locked down. I didn't want to eat the cook's food that day or whatever. And so I'm sitting up with me and brother Chris, Emil and D9 and uh, D3 and
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rashad. All of us, we happy because Allah blessed us with another successful day. And our leader and teacher is unharmed and he's resting well.
Allahu Akbar.
But an hour or two later, I hear I'm like, damn, he's up, he's up. So, I mean, you never know how long you're gonna sleep,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
but you just do your part. And then when he get up, he says, "Well, son, is there? What time is it? Oh, Mary or Amy, they sleep. Is there a place we can go and get some coffee?" in the hotel, and I want to get out the room. I want to walk. And man, so everybody else knocked out because they believe, the minister's out for the count.
Yes,
We'll
sir.
see him in the morning when, man, we scuffling and locking down the elevators, locking down the coffee shop, or
Yes, sir.
whatever,
Yes, sir.
securing it, and he's moving. But we always are prepared for the unexpected, because we never know exactly how he's being moved and when he's gonna move.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, it's just a blessing that I was able I am able to move with him and my beautiful mother. You know, Mother Khadija.
Yes, sir.
She's a gem.
Yes,
She's a
sir.
and I look like her. Yes, sir. All praise is due to Allah. I couldn't ask for a better life, and even though all the suffering that you all may not understand, but one day you will.
Allahu Akbar.
But the outcome of our suffering is bringing all of this, the kingdom of heaven on earth. It's on its
Praise
way.
be to Allah.
It's on its way.
Allahu Akbar. Beautiful. And once again, I can't stress enough to you, behalf of myself, my family, and the viewing audience of the People's Podcast, we thank Allah for you, for your family, and the sacrifice of you and your family, sir. We thank you. We can't thank you enough, sir. Can't thank you
All
enough.
praise be to Allah.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
Allah for the believers.
Excellent. Now, Uncle Josh, I posted a clip today of you and the Most High Joshua Farrakhan and Savior's Day, and I was talking about the unconditional love that he has from a father to a son, where it was a Savior's Day and you were trying to pass him a note, and he yelled, and then you whispered something in his ear, and then y'all just smiled and hugged in front of everybody. Um, what is it like to have a relationship with the minister where even when he's serious, he still smiles with you? Like, what is that like?
Not all the time. I can show you. I can see some whelps on my behind, baby. I wish he would have smiled that time. You know, my job was very hard, especially when Allah has him before the world, delivering uh, what Allah wants the people to know.
Yes, sir.
And for those who don't know what Allah is, God, it's just a proper name.
Yes, sir.
Again, the 4 and 3 is 7, also the 5 and 2. Okay. Um, there are times that he's so serious. I gotta say something funny and make him look at me like God, just to break the ice,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But he's one person that you don't want to chew you up because it feels like you got hit by a Mack truck because his words are so penetrating and but yeah, Allah blessed me with a beautiful relationship with my father. He's forever thankful for all of us, but me being there at the very beginning of helping him and my ideas to rebuild the nation and stick it out with him and walk with him and talk with him. I mean, we used to walk like 19 miles
Mm.
in Arizona, getting focused. He was taking on another heavy burden in his life. And he said, "All right, son, you ready?" I'm like, "Yes, sir." Went and got canteens and full of water, and man, we went to walking. So you see the rush hour traffic, people going to work. Before we got back, the people off work and coming back
Mm. Mm.
after work, and we still walking.
Mm. Mm.
We did it 3 times, but one time we just had Mother Khadija. Man, your feet start giving. You have to, really be prepared for those type of
Yes, sir.
journeys, man. But it was beautiful the type of talks we had, and we had some real personal talks, man, and it was just a great time in my life to be by his side, to be there to help him because I always wanted to help him. Always. I always gave him something on his birthday and my mother. And I just wanted to be useful.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And so be it. You know, Allah used me in a very special way.
Praise be to
And he's
Allah.
still using me. You know, there's gonna be a time that's very soon that because of the life that I lived and the experiences and the hell that I've been through and the heaven. See, I had the boast of the both of best world,
Yes, sir.
the
Yes, sir.
best of both worlds, brother.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And you got to figure out which one you want. You can't keep them. You can't straddle that fence, boy, because it's like walking that tightrope. And if you
Yes, sir.
miss and drop down on that fence, boy, you know what you crush, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So I just pray all of us are fighting a duel, battle with ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Get focused. Make your mind up. You don't need the BS. You don't need the drugs. You don't need the distractions. You need a building. You need farm. You need to create new ideas to help our nation get up, our people get up. So we're here. So let's get into motion. Focus. No ignorance. Just get rid of ignorance.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you again, Uncle Josh. And so many people have comments and great stories and testimony. And once we put it on YouTube, more people are going to watch after that. Please thank you all for continuing to support the People's Podcast. My next question is what this is a question from my sister Miriam, aka Mimi. She wanted to know what would you tell your 20-year-old self?
Well, shit. Excuse me. No, I'm 60. I'll be 62 January 25th.
Praise be to Allah.
More praise is due to Allah. A lot of people didn't think I would live this long,
Allahu Akbar.
but I'm still here.
Yes,
Praise
sir.
be to Allah. And I just want to share my life because there's so much that I've done that y'all are headed to that you don't have to do.
Yes, sir.
20 years old, man, I was cool than a mother. And I was fly,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes, sir.
I was a ladies' man. And
Yes, sir.
I was just the man. And I was always able to get whatever I put my mind to, whatever I put my mind to. And my 20-year-old self, I wouldn't wish that I got everything I asked for. What I put my mind to, because some of the shit was bad, man. It was horrible. That's why, I was living in both worlds, man, because
Yes, sir.
I I didn't discipline myself. I didn't stay focused. I try to always find a loophole where I can get over here and get back over here, you know.
Yes, sir.
But it's it's like fishing. Once the big water, lake, ocean, whatever, river, you cast that lower in there, and they know what they're trying to catch.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So you want the big mouth bass, you use this one. You want sunfish, you use that
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
one.
sir.
You want them niggers, use this.
Yes, sir.
You want the Mexicans, use that.
Yes, sir.
So they set up a network of slavery and technology to keep us off our path, off developing ourselves, developing our people, developing our land, growing in knowledge to where we don't have to be last.
Yes, sir.
So we have to really sit down and say, what? what trap am I in? And I'm listening to the brother. I was gonna get that blunt tonight. Shit. I was gonna go and hit this girl.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You know, my wife is upstairs. I'm gonna slip out and tell her I'm gonna work out. Save yourself the problem. Save yourself the damnation. Save yourself the pain. We don't have a right to hurt each other,
Yes, sir.
but we do have the right to help each other.
Excellent. Praise be to Allah. And Uncle Josh, are you? I mean, I know I've already asked you this on a previous interview, which is on People's Podcast. Go back and watch part 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the ministry. I mean, I mean, you so inspirational. Do you think that you're gonna go into it?
Well, the messenger had told me I was going to be one of his great ministers,
Mm, mm.
but it's my ministry comes from my experience. I hear messenger, I hear my father, and that's the foundation.
Yes, sir.
But through the choices I make, it's bathed in a little ignorance.
Yes,
See,
sir. Yes, sir.
I didn't execute by getting the ignorance out. We have to learn the meaning of words because it strengthens you.
Yes, sir.
Because we make an oath and we dedicate, I do, till death do us part, and all this, and your wife, honey, I saw this purse. Oh, go ahead, but I'm not gonna go into that. Go ahead, I'll stand outside, and then somebody walks by with macro mini skirts on, and now you're saying I'll do you too.
Yes.
Mhm. Because the way society has got us thinking, every time you look in a paper or turn your phone on, there's a naked behind in front of you, and there's a thong, and there's the cleavage and shit. I still feel like a baby sometimes. You make me want milk. Damn, sister. So the more ignorance I get rid of, that woman can walk down the street naked, and I'll say, get your behind covered.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Instead of what's your address or can I take you home? You know? So there's a lot of pain and suffering we could save ourselves from as long as we make our word bond. Go to the meaning of the words we use and apply them, and we'll live a better life.
Excellent. Praise be to Allah. I just got one more question for you, Uncle Josh. First of all, thank everybody who's watching. So many comments. I want to thank Sister Tracy, who's always a top supporter of People's Podcast. She said the way we live our life is our ministry. He's teaching us all right now. Absolutely. Um, what have you been doing for fun? Like, since we've been quarantined, Uncle Josh?
Well, I can't say I've done too much for fun because I take this quarantine very serious.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
From here, I'll go to the grocery store. From the grocery store, I'm back here. Or I'll go by the farm and wave to the minister or talk to him with my mask on. And then I don't want to, I don't want to be blamed for bringing anything on the property, because they'll blame me first. I'm the fall guy, Who's that damn Joshua? He's married to that white girl.
Yes, sir.
But I go outside and every now and then, and I throw the ball for my dog, and I got a cat named White Sox,
Mm.
and we just sit up, and I'm trying to come up with ideas to help us clear through the future. And you all are the motor. You all are the machine that's going to keep this thing running. But we got to stay on track.
Yes,
Get rid of ignorance. Get focused. Stay focused. And complete your goals. Short term, then long term. Short term, long term. And then the happiness and the joy and the excitement for you to see something come to life that is going to serve our people and our families. And if all those hours, if you right now, everybody who's listening, think about how many games they play and how many hours they take up in your life.
Yes,
And
sir.
what have you accomplished?
You teaching? Yes, sir.
Come on, man. Let's get some land. Send your donations into the People's Podcast and let's get some land. And then let's keep moving and
Yes,
send
sir.
in your ideas to something that we should be looking at to gather together around and produce it. Let's keep moving. I love all of you. I thank Allah for all of you.
Love you more,
And
sir.
if you want me back again, just call me. I love you all. May Allah bless you. Joshua, thank you again for
Thank you,
having
sir.
me.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
proud of you. Please give your father my loving greetings.
Yes, sir.
And there's much more I still have to share.
Praise be to Allah. Yes, sir. You do the same. And thank you all for watching. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam.